Hello there, Mark Ayre here, and as I open this I've just realised you'll see a trophy on the left hand side of your picture. I won that about 20 years ago in Tenpin Bowling, so just in case you're wondering. I want to talk to you today about something slightly different from the other videos that I've done in the past. And it's about a life lesson I learned on a personal development program about 6 years ago, and it resonated heavily with me at the time, and so I thought I'd share it because it might resonate with some of you as well. And it was one of those classic seminars where you turn up, you get talked at for about 7 hours, and in the course of that talking you get 500 ideas, and you hope that 3 or 4 of them might actually turn out to be helpful to help you meet the challenges that you're facing at the time. And in that case it was in a work context that I attended. And this particular lesson resonated really heavily with me, to the point that I remember it now. And the thing was, it was a survey that was reported in the course of the day. It was a survey of the elderly, so a population of older people who recognised that for one reason or another they were close to the end of their life and kind of looking back on things. And the surveyors asked them one question, which was, if you could advise the younger generation how to live their life based on your experience of living yours, what advice would you give them? And the advice that came back basically fell into 4 main lessons, so I'm going to talk about each of them briefly. The first lesson was to tell those who are close to you how you feel about them. In other words, tell those you love that you love them, make sure they know how you feel, but also your friends, that they matter to you. People that do nice things for you, let them know that you appreciate what they've done. And there was also a little bit of, and if people annoy you or upset you or do something that you don't like, make sure you also say those things too, because it doesn't help not to. It doesn't help relationships when we don't let people know how we feel and what we think. So that was the first lesson. The second lesson was, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't get bogged down in all the trivia to the point that you lose sight of the big picture, or worry excessively about things that in the long run it just won't matter. It's not important. You know, it's not important if you miss 3 things at the supermarket when you go shopping. It's not important, really, if something at work doesn't go quite right. You know, perhaps a conversation hasn't gone as well as it might have done. Not to get so sucked into the detail that we lose the big picture. The third lesson was really about being yourself. Don't impersonate someone else, don't become someone else, don't pretend to be something different from who you are. Be true to your values and your beliefs and your goals, what it is that matters to you. And the final lesson, and this is actually the one for me that stuck most closely with me down the years, it isn't what you do in your life that you live to regret. It's what you didn't do. It's what you didn't try. It's the opportunities that passed by that you didn't take. It's the people that you might have built a relationship with that you didn't build one with. And it basically boiled down to, it's the risks that you could have taken and chose to play safe rather than take the risk. And that living essentially is about taking that risk. And playing safe doesn't help in that. So those were the 4 lessons, and they have informed both my own personal journey in life, and I have worked hard on a number of those areas down the years, and I am still working on them because I'm not perfect. But also, it is what I spend my time doing with clients. In fact, it's what I spend my time doing pretty well all the time, regardless almost of who I'm with. Living a great life is something we want to do, and taking account of what the older generation has to say, with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of wisdom, is a very powerful thing. If we can harness that and learn it earlier, then we can do things a bit differently. And for me, that's what personal development is really all about when you come down to it. So if I'm going to sum up what was said, the implications of what was said in one sentence, what I'd say to you is, be true to yourself, be relational, try stuff out, and just enjoy the ride. And if we can all do that, we're well on the way to living a great life, a fulfilling life, and one that we will look back on when we're nearer the end and say, okay, gave it a go, achieved a few things, yeah, alright, some things might not have worked, but hey, I wouldn't swap it for anything. What a great thing that would be to say. So with that message, I'll leave it for now, and I will be back on. You can be rest assured I'm going to find something else to talk about, so there'll be another video in the near future on something else to do with personal development and self-help. So for me, Mark here, have a really good afternoon, and enjoy your life. Bye for now.